Okay, so quick thought on the Las Vegas shooting. What we have now is the complete psychosis of gun control advocacy or whatever type of fallacious nonsense you want to put on it. The reality of the matter is, from the clear sound of multiple different videos, the rhythm of fire coming from the shooter in Las Vegas was a belt-fed automatic machine gun. I was an M60 gunner. I've also qualified on an M249 saw and also 240 Bravo M2 50 caliber machine gun Mark 19 40 millimeter link grenade launcher. So it was a machine gun. It was not an assault rifle. People need to figure out exactly what they're talking about and learn the technicalities of what's going on, and also the legalities of it. You can't just own a belt-fed machine gun without going through an intensive background check, without paying your tax stamp for the National Firearms Act, the ATF, and all of this other slew of nonsense. So the assumption that if something was purchased without a background check, it was done illegally, dumbasses. It's frustrating. Other things about it, I'm not going to get too into that because it's still fresh and it's new, other than it's a belt-fed machine gun. Oh, the caliber. You can tell that it's definitely a larger caliber than something like a 223 or a 5.56. Something that's fired out of the M249 saw, being the 5.56, and AR-15s. So they're going to go after the primary weapons that they fear the most, which would be a common firearm, NATO-compatible AR-15s. It's compatible for the common defense of the Union. Look at U.S. versus Miller and other languages, other Supreme Court case languages, when it talks about the ability to prohibit arms that were incompatible for the common defense, like a sawed-off shotgun, even though there's no clause in that for the Second Amendment, considering it says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, not the right of the state to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, or the right of the militia to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. So it's another topic for another day. But what do you do when someone gets a machine gun and everybody's trapped like rats? There's not much that can be done. Stay alert. Always be around of your surroundings, situational awareness, take care of each other, look out for each other, doesn't matter who you are. Look out for everybody, look out for your fellow citizen. And ultimately, this is by design. My dog's over there, I keep looking at her, keep a watchful eye on her. But this is by design. And when I talked about cultural Marxism before, it's by design. They've been trying to foment and push all of the so-called right-wingers, everybody who actually is willing to take up arms to overthrow a tyrannical government, or willing to take up arms to defend themselves in the event of a civil war, etc. We've been prodded, and still are being poked and prodded into action, into causing a civil war. They're trying to make us the bad guys when we have extreme restraint. We're not going to go out and just start shooting people. We're not going to do it. And also, we're in the 100-year anniversary of the Bolshevik Revolution, so think about the ones of where all these massive revolutions have come from. It's always come from Marxists, leftists. Leftists are always violent. They always resort to violence if they fail at their democracy. We're not a democracy. We are a representative republic. There's a reason for that design. Democracy is a mob rule, and when Marxists can't use the mob to rule, they use violence. Another reason why Antifa has showed up and everything about that. So it's things to consider. Patterns. There's always patterns. That's also why education has gone to crap. Look at an 8th grade exam from 100 years ago. Most college grads can't pass it. It's hard. I've looked at them. It's hard. Also, a lot of people don't realize that things like iodine deficiency lowers IQ. Look it up. There are studies. It's a real thing, and supplementation can also restore that. So it's a good thing, especially if you got little ones. Make sure that they have plenty of iodine in their diet. If not, supplement them. Give them that privilege of iodine. Give them that privilege. Doesn't matter what color you are. You give your kids that, you help their brain grow, you help them think, they'll do better. So We just got to take care of each other, and we have to love each other, and we have to not give in to this violence and all of this other bullshit that's going on. And we can do it, and we can resist this Marxist resistance. So just don't fall for hype. Be skeptical of everything. Being skeptical is great. Because if you're like, well, wait a minute, I don't know about that. Let me think about it. Unless it's something as simple as math, like 4 plus 4 equals 8. Which you know for a fact 4 plus 4 is always going to equal 8 no matter how many times you attempt to solve the problem. It's always going to give you the same result because that's math. It's mechanical. This is human behavior. Human behavior, there are patterns. People fall victim to the same nonsense over and over. That's also why people get scammed in things like multi-level marketing. Don't go into multi-level marketing. Just don't do it. Not my personal experience, but I've seen people get fleeced, and it's sad. So pay attention. Don't surrender your arms. Don't surrender your inalienable right. Don't fall for the bullshit and the lies and the hype and the fervor of, oh, now we have to ban everything. Oh, let's just take everything. No. Because what that will ultimately do is that will cause the civil war that they want. That's another reason why they want to ban the guns, because they know we will fight to keep them. And if we fight to keep them, more people are going to die. More innocent people will suffer. We don't want that. Do we want that? I don't want that. We don't want anybody to suffer. So let's stay headstrong about this and stay smart. All right? God bless.